Disclaimer, I am not an expert on this. Most of this are from my own understanding. So, if you ever are going through something, consult specialists. That for real though. Most of the things that we're going to talk about is mainly my personal experience and my personal understanding about the issue.
So what is up? Welcome to the Speak Up Show by me, Flores. Mali pala. Sorry. What is up? Welcome to the Speak Up Show by me, Flores. And today, we have a special guest. Though di siya special, but no, I mean, she's one of the special person in my life.
Aww. Ligado ka.
Yeah, my very own sister, Flores. Hello. So, handa ka na ba sa ating podcast for today?
Wala akong choice.
So, she has no choice kasi wala, kapatid ko siya. So, for today, I would like to ask you a simple question on what do you think about depression today?
So, dun ka talaga magsastay?
Actually, yes. Kasi, kumbaga, diretso na tayo agad sa topic natin. Anong paligoy-ligoy pa.
Depression. Personally, from what I know, since inaral ko siya ng college, because I took up psychology and all that, sobrang complex niya kasi there are different kinds of depression. And I won't go into detail with that kasi madami mga technical terms. Pero parang in a nutshell, depression is something na I know most of the people has already went through.
Okay.
Pero sometimes is usually pala na misinterpret siya, especially when we feel like we have this intense feeling. Tapos parang nakakabit siya
kakabit. Nalalagay.
Parang wait, how do I put this?
I mean, in a way, nung ba pinag-aralan mo siya, paano ba siya nakakonsider as depression? Kasi may mga iba, especially sa mga millennials ngayon, they assume that they're depressed. Though, how will they actually know that if they are really depressed?
Disclaimer, I am not an expert on this. Most of this are from my own understanding. So, if you ever are going through something, consult specialists. That for real though. Most of the things that we're going to talk about is mainly my personal experience and my personal understanding about the issue. So, just putting it out there. Depende kasi there are different kinds of criteria for you to consider if it is something, if it is depression. Kasi parang it depends on the span. So, it depends on, for example, in order for you to diagnose something as this, meron kang parang specific criteria. For example, magbibigyan ako ng example ng mga iba-ibang klase ng depression. For example, kasama dun yung... Wait.
So there are really different kinds of depression?
Yeah, napaisip ako kasi sobrang dami talaga. Kasi meron dun mga iba-ibang mga nakalagay na if ever this person is feeling this way, tas all of the criteria fits, pwede siya ma-diagnose with that specific depression. But when it comes naman sa mga taon who throw away the word, I understand, and it's very, parang it's okay to shout it to social media na parang I am feeling this way. Kasi for me kasi personally, it's healthy.
It's a positive parang...
Yeah, it's healthy for you.
You're crying for help, ganun ba siya or no?
Ako personally, it's okay kasi parang at least they have an outlet for them to vent it out.
Okay.
Yung nagiging problem lang kasi is they might be affecting other people. Kasi there are certain incidents na kunwari magpo-post sila about trigger warning, self-harm.
Yeah.
And I understand that they might be feeling that way, yeah. Pero parang what if seeing that on social media can trigger other people who are going through that but aren't really vocal about it.
Okay.
Gets?
Yeah, I really got it. But the question today is, the social media also has parang meron ba siyang effect talaga on parang nagiging depressed ang mga millennials? Kasi mostly kasi, hindi naman, yung mga older generations ngayon, parang, ewan ko kung mild na lang siya sa ganun part or what. Pero sa millennials kasi talagang vocal talaga sila about sa depression nila. Or parang ganun siya eh. Does social media have to do something with it?
Oh.
What do you think? Kasi for
me, I think the difference kasi between the previous generation and our generation is we have the technology to do it.
Yeah, that's true.
Kasi if you look at it from their perspective, wouldn't you think that they would do the same? Pero syempre, given the circumstances nga na wala silang technology that time at iba talaga yung situation at that time, hindi mo talaga masasabi. Pero just to clarify, is your question like, does it have an effect on people?
Yeah. Does social media have an effect sa pagiging depressed ng isang tao? Kumbaga, may factor ba ang kakaroon ng digital world?
I haven't done like concrete research yet about it.
Yeah.
Pero there's this thing that I read about, parang, kasi there's this feel-good neurotransmitter that we need, which is dopamine.
Yeah.
So that feel-good transmitter, for example, you're on Instagram and merong option for it to be like. So parang that feeling na, ay na-like.
That you want it to be like always, parang ganun. And then
Parang merong parang isang dopamine, may feel-good. May feel-good neurotransmitter na biglang magte-trigger sa utak mo. Tapos parang, ay, linike. Ay, 65 likes. Ay, 100 likes.
Actually, masarap nga talaga yung nalalike or pupusuan.
So there's that. So parang, doon pa lang sa mga ganun, nakikita mo na talaga na
merong effect talaga siya.
may effect siya. Talaga. Especially to boost someone's ego,
especially
to boost someone's self-esteem.
One example siguro, hindi, joke lang. Hindi, kasi ako, personally, I experienced that. May way past, nung nag-start pa lang ang social media, and then parang nagbo-boom pa lang ang Facebook, and then every time, ang average likes ko is mga 200, and then mag-post.
Average!
No, I mean, alam mo yung ganun, yung peak, tapos and then...
I love an influencer.
Yeah, and then may isang post ako na-expect ko, sobrang daming likes. And then 50 likes lang siya, and then parang medyo nalungkot ako. So, somehow, may effect siya sa akin na sadness. Though not depression, but I just felt sad. Parang, ay, bakit ganun?
I mean, from that in itself, masasabi mo na talaga na parang meron talaga siyang influence. Kaya I understand, for example, ako din naman personally, I also seek pleasure in social media to be validated na, uy, look at her and her life. Yung mga ganun, parang,
ganun talaga.
I think that's pretty normal. I mean, sometimes, we go to social media to really express ourselves. Pero, being validated na, she's parang in a way na what I'm doing is like likable in a sense.
And sa social media mostly kasi doon na yung finished product na yan eh. For example, you've traveled to this place, you've been promoted. They never post yung process nila to
that's the thing. Parang doon pumapasok yung, I think, like doon pumapasok yung, for example, in social media and, you know, in terms of like your parang sinasabi mo nga correlation niya with depression and all that. I think the reason why it's becoming a tool for it to, how do I put this, to like feel sad, is whenever you see other people succeed. Yeah. Whenever you see other people na, she's been here and she's my age. We tend to compare.
Yeah, we compare.
And compare turns into envy and jealousy and
then anxiety and then depression.
You tend to question yourself and all that. Kasi ako personally speaking, whenever I see other people succeed, I mean, I get that sometimes you don't want to get affected and you tell yourself that you're not affected. Pero inside, you're like, oh my God, what am I doing with my life?
Bakit sila, they're just like, age nila ganito, tapos ako, nasan na ako?
Then you tend to question yourself, like, are you behind? What am I doing? Is it correct? Am I in the right path?
Yeah.
Like, as much as you want to hinder it, sometimes, unconsciously, utak mo talaga nagsiswitch na.
And also, parang, kapag nag-feed siya ng ganun, like, everyday, you've been seeing people, parang, kaya nga ako dati, I tried doing social media detox for 30 days. And it really helped me a lot. Like, I've been, parang naging masaya ako at some point in time. Kasi, parang wala akong, more on sa physical bonding with other people.
I tried it for like a week.
Really?
Pero I like the entertainment of memes.
Yeah.
Hindi ko siya nakaya ng 1 month.
Totoo yun.
Kasi feeling ko nalilate ako sa mga Tulfo videos. So, naman na. Pero that then, like social media also has cons. Kasi for promoting advocacies,
for
different
business.
advocacies, yeah. And for example, now, since nga, but mental health is being brought up. Like people are starting to be aware of it and are starting to
Mas na,
get educated about it. Plus, the memes help.
Yeah,
they make you happy and
may dopamine rush nila sa memes parang biglaan na lang na ay.
I think it's just the proper way of using social media. Like that's it. So,
yeah, ayun. So how ikaw?
Naligaw yung usapan namin.
And then how have you experienced having depression ganun or do you think na-reach mo na yung point na na-depress ka talaga?
Feeling ko naman, like every one of us has reached to the point where we feel.
Though different levels lang ganun.
Yeah, like we feel na yun na yung parang darkest that you'll ever be. And it's different for some, and the coping mechanism is also different for some. Kasi in my case, I think I struggled with, like most people, adolescence.
Yeah, namabigdig
like all people, kasi that's the most crucial part of growing up. Yung transition mo
from being a college student and then ito na pala ang
no, like from a transition from like discovering yourself and what you want to like early.
But ako kasi di ko na-experience. Ako,
it's okay.
Dun sa dun sa part na college and then transition to adulting.
It's different for every one of us. Pero I think mine is more of, like, it's different for some people, but mine is, I think, is more of like self, what do you call this? Like parang yung identity ko.
Yeah.
Parang it's like it's figuring out who you are, figuring out what you want.
Love.
Like, and I understand na parang like I was too young at that age, pero at that age I was already thinking na parang where am I going? What's my plan and all that. So I think I was really down because
you're down because yun nga inisip mo yung mga.
That's the thing about depression. Sometimes it doesn't really have a certain reason, like wala siyang parang concrete reason to why you're sad. Some, yes, meron. Pero sometimes when you look back at it and you think na parang, why was I in that place? So maisip mo na, I don't remember. I just remember the feeling of being in that place. It's something like that. And I remember the feeling of trying to get out, but you can't because you have to, because it's like a constant friend that's always there and like, you can't have fun. You can't have fun, you have to be sad. Tapos you're gonna question why, they're just gonna say like parang, you have to be. Tapos parang like, what? Parang gano'n. And there's this one metaphor that I remember. Kasi parang sinabi nila like, they think that depression is more of a, alam mo yung pag merong kumukulong yung takore, and you're watching the TV. Imagine watching the TV and you're constantly hearing that and you can't ignore it.
Oh.
Parang the depression
so
is it's that thing that you hear but you can't ignore, but it's there.
Okay.
So, yeah.
So what are you doing then? And then nawalan ba yung energy mo, the drive to like
I think
kind of depression in a way na hindi ka makaalis ng bed, ganun ba siya? Or more on paggabi tapos hindi ka makatulog, you've been thinking so many things, ganun ba siya?
I think one of the things that I've experienced is I never got sleep. Parang it's more of a constant cycle of.
You never have sleep. You always have no sleep.
Yeah, I mean but that is by choice.
Yeah, by choice.
I'm binge watching, like I'm going on Netflix. That's a choice.
But by depression is you have no choice. You have to be awake because
because your mind is constantly thinking about so many things. So parang that was the problem. It's parang most of the time na may araw na. It's parang ito na naman, may araw na naman. So you have to go to school. So you're sad and all that.
Well, how did you cope in your depression, in your very own depression?
This is the most cliche thing, y'all, but
okay.
time helps. And
Really? Time really helps?
like, I know that parang sa akin, a huge factor is support group.
Actually, yes. Totoo yan.
Like, having to have people, like, being surrounded with people, even if they don't really tell you, like, concrete solutions on what to do,
They're just listening.
they're listening and they're there and you know that you're not alone. It's very comforting. Kasi for me, that really helped. Kasi parang they're the ones who keep asking you to go out even if you don't feel like it. Then if you don't go out, they're gonna come to your house.
Yeah.
And they're gonna bother you.
Kilala ko sila.
So there's that. So it really helped. And time. If you have the resources and kasi in my case at that time I was terrified to get professional help
Yes.
because
Kasi,
the stigma
syempre,
is there and that was a wrong move, but at the same time I was really afraid.
But at that point, you really need help. I mean,
I really
you needed
needed
help, professional help.
Yeah, I really needed help, but
Like professional help.
yeah, because the first thing that popped into my mind when I thought about that is the resources which I didn't have.
Yeah, we don't have, and because
Yeah, and
we're not.
I
rich.
didn't want to bother my parents about it, and because that's gonna spiral in your head, like you don't want to bother the people around you, but don't think about that. If you ever bring it up, I'm sure that they would understand that it's something that you really need.
But yeah, the reality is kapag kasi mental health, more on parang hindi siya masyadong binibigyan ng pera to check up kasi more on physical tayo, di ba?
That's the problem. Kung ikaw may lagnat ka ng mga ilang araw tapos sobrang taas na
Dapat check up
sa
ka.
ospital. Pero kapag feeling mo,
ka.
kapag malungkot ka, sasabihin nila, yan mo lang, lilipas din. Life goes on. Which I understand kasi we all have our own priorities, kaya there are certain things na hindi talaga malagyan ng priorities kasi walang, ano mo yan, parang there are no resources to do so, or at least like people aren't really that open about it yet.
They're not interested about it, or.
Pero looking back, I think if I brought it up, my parents would understand.
Yeah,
that I needed help.
Our parents would understand.
Yeah, our parents would understand. Ano lang siguro talaga.
Okay.
Bagets kasi talaga. So parang, feeling ko talaga nung time yun, like, ayoko lang talaga maka-bother.
Yeah, but
alam mo yan?
Oh, pero pag sinabi mo, di ba, you're not bothering them, parang you're helping them kasi they're not wondering on what's going on in your head. Di ba, ganun siya. Though, syempre, as tayo, parang ayaw na talaga nagbabother ng ibang tao. Parang ganun tayo. And then, we wanted to help, we wanted always to be, we're always there for someone minsan. And then, we end up, walang taong para sa atin na nag-help. Kasi nga, we're not saying something to them. Na hindi naman sila nanguhula na malalaman nila, uy, alam ko, parang depressed ka. No. And we need to say it to, especially to our parents. Though, minsan kasi, iba kasi yung pag sinabi mo sa parents mo at sinabi mo sa friends mo.
Yeah, kasi that's the thing, parang, iba kasi sila ng role.
That's true. Hindi siya ganun
kasi
gets good.
Parents has a specific hierarchy. Like, they're the superior.
Yeah.
So technically, parang, gets mo naman, diba? Makes sense. Parang, I mean, I'm not comparing because like, you know, loved ones, love you, mom.
Love you too, dad.
So, parang, whenever you talk to your friends, although sila din, syempre may agenda sila kasi kaibigan ka nila, parang, they would understand it in your level kasi para pareho kayo ng parang pinagdadaanan in a way. So, same with, I think this is why it's very healthy for you to get professional help kasi when you do talk to someone, wala talaga silang, like you're a clean slate. And you can freely talk. You know when people say na it's better to talk to strangers?
Yeah.
Because you'll be more confident.
Kasi wala silang alam sa'yo
siya.
They're not judging you for what you've done.
Kasi I know that you have friends. Pero syempre, in a way kasi, sometimes you're also limiting yourself from telling what really is going on in your head. Kasi, you know that they might have a saying on it.
But well, let me ask you, have you ever talked to a stranger just to vent out?
Of course!
Di ba?
Everyone has!
Yeah, I know.
Everyone has done it!
Yeah.
And it's really helpful.
At ang saya, di ba? Kasi,
During therapy session, charot.
And then kapag nag-encourage sila, it feels like so genuine. Kasi strangers sila. Parang ganun yung sa akin eh.
Plus you get to talk freely. So that was very helpful.
Yeah, ito yan.
Pero yun nga, I mean, what I said about like getting help, sometimes then reaching out is like the first, I mean,
you reach out
like,
to your
reach
friends.
out, yeah.
That I
That's
need help.
very important. Like you really have to reach out and tell them that, hi, I'm struggling.
And you need to have that friends na talaga they will help you.
Kasi sometimes I know that we all don't want to bother anyone because of our own problems, because we know that they also have their own problems and they're also struggling.
And you don't want to add up to their problems.
Pero telling them na this is what I'm going through, they would understand. And it's going to, like, the release kasi is very helpful. Kasi if you bottle everything up, someday
sasabog ka.
You might do something that you
you'll regret.
Yeah, you wouldn't want to happen.
I've been there.
Like the worst case scenario that could happen. So there's that.
So there's that. So what more can you add up and do in coping this depression? Kasi
I think ako personally, I don't think it ever goes away talaga. I think there are just like really good days and really bad days. So there's that.
And we just need to live with it. Kasi nga, that's the reality of life. We can never have good days always.
And you just really need, I'm fortunate enough to have like a really good support group who are always there and they would understand. So it was really hard explaining to parents as well kasi ang hirap, kasi alam mo yung hindi nila talaga, they genuinely don't understand it.
But they genuinely care.
Yeah, in a way na alam mo kailangan lang talagang ma-explain ng maayos. Hindi sa wala silang pake. Parang it's more of hindi ko lang talaga gets. Although ako din kasi at that point, I didn't really understand why. Because I was living a very average, normal. Alam mo, we are stable. Like, we are very normal, we are stable. Alam mo yung may bahay, may pamilya, may aso. Yung gana, like sobrang normal.
Wala na tayong aso.
Wala na. Rest in peace, Wally.
Rest in peace.
So, there's parang like you might think that parang there's no reason that someone might be feeling that way. Pero honestly, if like it's always valid, even if you look at someone and you might think na, ay, ang saya naman ng buhay niya. Don't think that way. Because everyone is struggling with something that they just might not be comfortable talking about it. Pero they might be struggling one way or another.
And sometimes, diba, just by being with someone, or ikaw, you're experiencing that, and then kahit di kayo mag-usap, you're just with you. And that's comforting for them.
Yeah. Because some might not be very vocal as I am.
That's true.
Because ako personally, it really helps if I'm very vocal about the things that I'm doing. Kasi even if I'm alone, I pace around and I talk to myself.
Yeah, I also do that. In the mirror, right?
Ako not really in the mirror. Like, I'm just walking around the house, especially if I'm home, like, I'll be walking around the house and I'll be sorting out my thoughts. Like, okay, what's the problem? Ano naman nangyari kanina? Bakit ka ba nasa-stress? Like, I'm addressing the issue and thinking na parang, okay, what could I have done better? What can I improve on? There are days that I can do that, but there are days that you can't.
You can't really.
That you just, like, flatline, break down,
plain blank,
cry.
Nakatunganga ka lang, dun iiyak ka lang bigla.
And that's normal, and that's okay. And if you have to do it,
actually,
do it.
That's more than okay kasi you're removing the stress na meron ka at that moment.
Pero yun nga, like we said, we're not professionals. So
we're not professional, we're just based on our experiences.
If you need to do what you have to do in terms of coping, because I know people who honestly don't like talking about it. And it's fine. Just be with them. If they need to be alone, respect their space. But eventually, they're gonna reach out and say na parang, oy, okay na, tara na, kita na tayo.
Hanggang sa ma-feel kasi nila na that you care. Kasi doon talaga sila maging comfortable with you to share your feelings na, uy, alam mo ba? Kasi at first talaga parang mahihiya sila sa'yo. And then this...
And if it's like,
it's actually
sometimes way too overwhelming, all you have to do is rest. Like, I swear, like a good sleep can really help. And drink water! Like, I swear, it really helps.
Drink water.
Especially if you keep
and eat healthy.
If you constantly cry, you'd get dehydrated. So you have to drink water. Then you cry again.
And exercise. Eat healthy and yun nga, huwag kayong mag-junk food lagi, kagaya ko.
Give it time. Kasi I swear, like, you're gonna look back and think na, I'm glad that I stayed alive for this.
That's good. That's a good.
Kunwari ngayon, yung My Chemical Romance, balik na naman sila together,
balik
diba?
emo, balik eyeliner dito, diba?
Like, I'm glad I stay alive for this.
Been there. Ay, nabutan mo yun, di ba? Yung mga punk.
Iniwan natin ko na
tapos
lang
nasa Thomas World, tapos may mga nakatapay na.
So kaya imo ko yung mga checkered na belt.
Yung mga skinny jeans.
The scene kid hairstyle.
So that's it for our show for today. I would like to thank you for participating. And any last message for our millennials na parang nag-isip sila about the...
I don't know if anyone is really watching my brother's vlogs. Pero what I can say...
It's actually a podcast.
Podcast.
It can be...
So, I think what I can say is, if you're ever like honestly feeling down or more than that, just give it time and like give yourself a break. You can sleep for a little while. You can parang isipin mo muna na kailangan ko lang magpahinga. Yan lang talaga minsan. Kailangan lang talaga natin magpahinga. Tapos after nun, okay na. Kahit na hindi totally, pero okay na at magiging okay din. Kasi eventually you will see the progress that you made na parang okay, isang araw pa. So hindi mo mapapansin na 1 week na pala, tapos 1 month na pala.
Yeah, and remember then that slow progress is still progress. Diba?
Kasi if you think na parang you're gonna look back and parang, ay,
wala nangyari.
Ang bata ko pala nung ganun yung na-feel ko and I feel differently now. Although there will be days na talaga mapapa-question ka na, here we go again. Pero let the day pass, tas you will get good days then eventually. So there's that.
Okay, thank you for today and we will see you for our next The Speak Up show hosted by me, Zach Flores. And I hope that I can hear from you. If you're on YouTube, you can click the subscribe button down below.
Ano tagal na? Char.
Ayun, thank you. It's been a blast. Thank you for listening and watching. Thank you for watching, guys.
Ciao.
Boy. Anong exit ko? Hindi ko na alam. Bye-bye. Thank you.